What's going on, world? It's your boy Tito P, aka Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World presents After Dark Nerds, the very first episode official on After Dark Nerds YouTube, as well as you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at After Dark Nerds. We are back, y'all. If you've been on the NRW, Nerds Rule the World, you know we've covered Exotica since year one. We've talked to everybody in the business. And man, it's been so much fun. But as y'all know, I talk on the radio, WTOP-FM in DC, giving entertainment. I cover everything entertainment. And there's just some companies that have some issues with me talking with the adult stuff. But how do y'all think we got here? It's because people had to have sex. People had to do the thing in order to have fun. And it's in everything. You cannot get away from sex. But I have so many friends in this industry, the adult industry. I've worked in this industry that you're not going to stop me. If you're not going to let me put it on, I guess, the other stuff, we're going to create a new forum for them. And hence, After Dark Nerds, pilot episode, first episode. And I have the one and only, as you can see from my backdrop, Melony Melons, who I'm about to bring on the screen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I just love these conversations. The realest people I've ever met in my business as a filmmaker have been people in the adult industry. And so I'm so excited. I'm gonna bring her up on the screen. I just had to put that in there. Let me put myself, where am I at? I'm acting like I'm not a professional anymore. Boom! Melony Melons. I'm shooting off air horns to cover up my mistake. I'm so sorry, Melony Melon is in the building on the Zoom. Thank you for coming on my premiere episode, my return to adult conversations. I'm so excited.
I'm the perfect person for that then. Let's go.
Let's go. You just de-virginized me. We're no longer a virgin on this channel. We now have you.
I haven't done that in a while. I love it.
So thank you for taking my seat, Melony. Yes, as I said earlier, I've covered the business for a long time. I used to work in the business as in camera and on crew, and just have so many friends. But you know, there's other industries out there that, you know, frown upon these things. And one of the things I've always covered is I don't dig into like the sex stuff too much unless we want to, but just the real side behind these people that we know and love, that we're tuning in, but people are afraid to show their true selves. So I want to just get into that. I've read about how you were a chef, and then in the pandemic, you know, you met a star in the industry who then, you know, got you into it with OnlyFans and all of that. Just an amazing background, and you're like perfect for what I do, because there's this other side of the adult business that people don't know about. There's real people behind this, and I like to spotlight that, Melony.
Well, I think that's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to me that a lot of people maybe don't know or don't expect, since I'm just this big titty blonde porn star, you know.
A very beautiful one.
Big titty, big ass. I got a big ass now too, so big titty, big ass.
I love it. And you know, it's just, and we only want to dig into it so much as you want to allow as well. Let me preface that. I didn't say that to you earlier because I know, because I have so many friends in this industry, we also have to be careful because there's some evil guys out there. We know how the internet is. We're on the internet right now. Y'all are some scumbags. I'm gonna just put it out there, but hey, we'll take those hits too, because your lack of knowledge allows us also to get those hits, which also helps with what we do, right, Melony?
Yeah, it really. I'm an open book. I'll tell anybody anything about me that, you know, even the fucked up parts of my life thing where I'm like, man, that was really fucked up that I did, but I don't care, because it made me who I am, and I feel like we should all be honest, because if we're not honest, then you're just fucking lying to people.
Let's go. I love that, yeah. Melony. So, girl, where did this start? I'm blown away. You know, Michelin star trained chef for 17 years. You then get into exotic dancing because obviously you're beautiful. Like I can do this. Also, I know how to move my body. Let's go. Why not make that money?
It was kind of the opposite. Okay. So I was an exotic dancer for like 18 years. And then I went to culinary school before the end of the 18 years, because some of those years overlapped, because LA pays you like $10 an hour, you know, as a chef. And so, yeah, so I was a stripper first and then a Michelin chef after. So I hope I have as long of longevity in this career. Another 17, 18 years is the other two.
Okay. So let's let's start there. Like, how did this, begin? You met a porn star. You met your boyfriend, right? Is how it happened. Can we?
Yeah, so I was doing little videos on Instagram, little food videos during the pandemic, right? Because I think we all were, right? We're trying to bake bread vegan style or gluten free, whatever
Everybody
the
was
hell.
doing bread,
Yeah, everyone was doing. I was trying
but
to
you needed
convert
to make bread.
every recipe under the sun into like vegan and gluten free and sugar free, which I did actually very successfully. If you want the recipes, the cookbook will be out later. I'm just
Let's go. I
kidding.
love it.
Yeah. And so then someone made a comment one day and was like, "You should have an OnlyFans and call it OnlyPans." I thought, "Oh, that's cute." I had no idea about the porn industry. I didn't realize that OnlyPans would not be a good name because nobody's doing any keyword searches or anything for
Mm,
only or pans. They're looking for titties and ass. Should have changed my name. So I did that, and I finally moved to Vegas. I was in Utah when I started, and I moved to Vegas. Went to my first AVN after party and met Thor Johnson. We dated and for like briefly for like a couple weeks, and he was like, "You should hit up Score," and I was like, "Okay, I will." And so then we just kind of took off from there.
I love it. So, have you always, I guess, then been a very sexual person?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, my body count's like 10,000 or almost 10,000 or over. Yeah, I have a higher body count than Charlie Sheen.
Let's
I'm number
go.
5. I'm number 5 in the world.
Let's go. I love it.
But
Ain't
nobody
nothing wrong.
knows. Nobody fucking. I don't get any credit. It's bullshit.
I love it. Well, that's yeah, just be free. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm all about.
Yeah.
So, uh, obvious, you shout out to Thor Johnson getting you in the game. But if he was a bad dude afterwards, whatever.
Oh
But at
no,
least,
he wasn't a bad dude. I just didn't really understand the industry and stuff, and I was kind of like a little kid at the time, and was really still catering and stuff. I had my head that way. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. It wasn't anything like that. I just was like
yeah.
not feeling it. So yeah, no digs on him at all.
Okay, cool, cool. So we're enamored. We meet all these amazing, beautiful people, right? You're already a very sexualized person. So how do we make, because it's still a leap, to then perform in front of the camera? Or did you have like tapes with previous boyfriends and all that? You know,
No, no. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of fear around most things that I try and do, even if it's for the first time. So I just figure, oh, this is what we're doing. Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's do it. So even like in my bedroom in Salt Lake City, when someone was holding the phone, I was like, oh, this is fine. I guess maybe all my years as a stripper and stuff, I was used to the public attention and stuff. So it wasn't really a big deal. I was just more worried about like, where's the camera? How do I look? Where's the lighting? And do I, am I doing it right? So,
yeah. Yeah. So that's where the real work comes in. So yeah, okay, you can be a very sexualized person, but then when you're having to perform in front of a camera, that's a transition, right? Because you got to hold yourself up there, this, and also
yeah.
the people you're working against that you might have just met that day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, what would you say were just? Can you tell me some of those early stories and also things that you wish you would have learned prior to for any people looking and are interested in getting into the industry?
Man, I wish I would have done more research, like watching porn, watching the porn company specifically before I would go and shoot for them. So I had a better idea of what they're looking for instead of just showing up as me being like, let's go. Because a lot of them all have different looks, different things that they're expecting and stuff. And I just didn't have any idea. And I didn't even really even know that those are questions that I should like ask my agent or I just had no idea. So I really wish I had done more research so that I was more prepared on set. Like I would know like to prop myself up, in certain positions or, to make certain positions look better. It's such a, like a learning curve on it if you don't do any research like me, So, yeah, I wish I could go back and do all those first scenes over again because I know they would just fucking be fire now. And honestly, they're probably like, meh at this point, but they're not gonna, just,
I I feel that. So without putting anybody on blast, can you tell me like maybe like the first time running it on camera? And having to keep yourself there, did it feel natural? Or how awkward was it? And you know we don't need to put the person you worked with on blast or anything like that. Just
Oh,
what
uh,
that was that experience like, or maybe just like the weirdest moment as well.
There's been lots of weird moments. Not normally on pro paid scenes because everyone is about their shit.
Yeah.
The first ones, I guess they were kind of awkward, like I felt awkward, not understanding like the process and stuff. My first ones were for Scoreland, and the first person I shot with was Nikki Rebel. And so that was really great since he's such a pro and he's such a sweet guy. And it is a little nerve-wracking because you're like, I don't know, and it was weird because the first couple of scenes I did, like I was obviously like the older woman, and there's these younger guys, and I'm just thinking, man, these poor kids. I'm so sorry,
About to break them in.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think like that. I was like, man, I'm sorry. I felt all like, I'm old. I'm sorry. That's how I felt. So I don't feel like that anymore. I've had work done, so it's all good.
It's not all. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, okay.
I need you to boost. We are living. You know what I'm saying? No matter
Okay,
the
yeah.
age, Melanie. No matter the age.
Oh, I know, but I mean, at those first couple scenes, that's how I felt because I was it's such an
Yeah. Yeah.
new experience, and I was like, oh, they must shoot with 20-year-old hot girls all the time. Now I realize, no, they're fucking girls like me, the same age all the time because that's what sells. So
Got you. But like you were throwing it back, I'm sure, on them, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
sometimes
I mean,
experience they don't know what they're messing with. They don't know what they're
no,
messing
they really don't, and yeah, part of that, yeah, yeah. I guess they. I don't know. Yeah, I'm because I'm thinking back. Yeah, and all I can think of is I make those poor guys in the beginning. I make this weird sound, right? Like when I'm getting fucked really good, like this little like gremlin voice comes out of me, and so I hope. Yeah, I don't know.
I love it. Melanie, let me also rep that you have new scenes with Scoreland, who you mentioned, as well as MILF Overload, In-Laws Overload that you did with Brittany Andrews, Andy
Yeah.
Avalon, Taylor Wild, Taylor Vixen, Leia Malone. And also, I want y'all to subscribe to Melanie's OnlyFans. I'm going to have the links in the description below, as much as YouTube will allow me, because I'm still testing out this whole adult side of NRW on After Dark Nerds YouTube. So, Melanie, if I can go back real quick, because again, I'm intrigued. The first growing up, where did becoming a chef, like the fascination with food and also dancing, like can you tell me about your travels in this world as a sexual being and also just as a person? You know what I'm saying? The interest to become a cook and all of that.
Well, I was a stripper in Phoenix when I was like 23 or something. And then I don't know, I got pregnant, I had kids, kind of life kind of went, moved on. Um and I mean, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was a rush. I was always the top girl in any club I worked at, so that was good. um but then there comes a point where I was getting tired of it. Like the industry changed after 2007 and the crash and everything. The industry changed and girls were just like, everyone was desperate. Everyone was really desperate for money. And so girls would do more for less. And I've always been that bougie bitch, like, no, I don't think so. Looking back, I should have just taken the money, you know? Um, yeah, and so that was getting kind of tiring and kind of old. And I was having Sunday suppers and having everyone from the club, the workers come over on Sundays for dinner, and people were like, "Oh, you're so good, you should be a chef." And I thought, well, so full of myself, being the top girl in clubs, I was like, I could do anything. So I went and applied for Le Cordon Bleu and went through that. And what was the rest of the question? Sorry, I smoke a lot of weed, so
I love it. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. That's why you're gonna come back, Melanie. And I'm just
okay.
scatterbrained because I'm rushing to just make sure I do the best for you in this pilot episode, y'all. I'm sorry, we've got a lot of things popping off today, and I have the amazing Melanie Melons. It was just how did you dreams and goals and in regards to wanting to become a chef, becoming a dancer, just
Oh
exploring
yeah.
your sexual freedom in all these different ways and what you enjoy.
Oh God, sexual freedom was really crazy when I was a stripper because it just was. It was like that time of my life. I was like in my 20s and 30s, and I was hot, and I did things like fuck Charles Barkley in a nightclub, had sex with Denzel Washington in a limousine in an alley. So it was really exploring all of my sexuality in every way possible. Um, yeah, and then and what am I supposed to transition to? You're
Oh,
gonna
no
cut this
worries.
part,
No, it was
right?
just your journey from dancer to chef.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
just getting really tired of it. And then when I went to culinary school, I wanted to be the best. I've always had this drive to be the top of whatever it was I was doing, whether it's stripping or in a Michelin restaurant. And so I went after, the top is a Michelin restaurant. So I went and worked for them and toiled in the kitchens for a really, really long time. And yeah, and then I moved to Utah and worked at different places. And I don't know, the pandemic was really a blessing, because otherwise I would still have my head down in some kitchen somewhere and the world would not be blessed with these fucking titties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we are super blessed. So now we're conquering the adult industry. You're killing it,
I'm
and you're
really happy.
building yourself out, and we're here together talking it up. And again, I'm like looking at the time. Damn it. I have so many more questions. But what do you want to put out to the world in regards to what you have going on? Checking you out on OnlyFans, and then I gotta have you back because we gotta dive into more things. Because you mentioned a couple people that I've interviewed, like I said, on my other non-adult side of the house, which I'm like, oh shit, because I've interviewed a lot of people in my time, and so I was like, okay, let me find out, Melanie. But I ain't gonna get into people's laundry, people's business. But what do you want the people know about Melanie Melons?
Well, I mean, you can find me anywhere on Melony Melons, Triple X, across most things online. MILF Melony Melons on Instagram because, they take all the accounts. Some of the things that I have upcoming, I'm working on some bigger scenes for my OnlyFans and for my own content with Alex Jones and Taylor Vixen and Ava Devine, Katana Montana. And we're going to do it. It's called the Glizzy Gang. It's going to be a big orgy. I didn't realize that hot dogs were called glizzies until I started researching this project. It started out I wanted to do it like a hot dog on a stick kind of vibe, with the girls,
Yeah.
like that, right? And like hot girl summer and stuff out by the pool. And then we found these hats that said Glizzy Gang, and I thought that's what it is. So I'm working on that. I'm working on a thing called the Pink Pussy Club. It's kind of a rendition of that song that we all know, Pink Pony Club, that blew up on the charts, right?
Okay.
And I'm working on a couple other things. I want to do a whole series as Stifler's mom, right? Hey, Finchy,
I like
you're
that.
dead. Yeah, yeah. So
That sounds
yeah.
super dope. So I got so many questions. We're gonna have to come, Melanie. I need you back, girl. I need you back because I want to talk. Because again, you found yourself in this industry. Were you doing some of this already? Is this like you're gonna be your first gangbang? Like all of those things. But what I want to end off with is because this is After Dark Nerds. I need to know how much of a nerd you are, Melanie. Like when you're not doing work and you're not having sex for fun or whatever, what are you nerdy about? What is like your nerdiest passion that you could say? And it doesn't have to be the stereotypical nerd shit. I've had people give me everything under the sun. What are you just really into that people don't know about?
I'm super into VR and AR and bringing a fully immersible environment to fans and to subscribers. So I'm all about like researching like haptic feedback suits, how to put scent in them, how to make it a more like make virtual wearables you can wear on your wrists for a fully. That's what this kind of stuff that I really geek out on because I just think that's the future. And who doesn't want to be able to fuck their favorite porn star, right? Yeah, like if you can do it with all that shit on and it feels real, fucking let's run it. So that's the kind of stuff I have a whole pitch deck for this shit. Like I'm
Oh,
super
okay.
yeah. Like I'm not like people are like, "Oh, that's so cute." Yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah, but like I saw the haptic feedback trailer on Apple TV for the F1 movie, right? I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw it,
Oh yeah,
but the
yeah.
stuff
I covered it. I covered it. Yeah.
yeah, but did you feel it in your hand? Did you watch the trailer on your phone?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was insane, right?
Oh yeah.
You could feel, yeah, and I was
I'm
immediately
all
like,
about VR.
yeah, I'm like, oh my fucking God, I need to be able to bring this to a scene. And people were like sending me links for like sex like real. I'm like, no, 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 not that, not that. Not, I want it to be
But
like,
have you done that yet? I'm curious.
what?
Have you done a VR scene yet?
Yeah, I've done some VR scenes. I really, really love them. And VR companies seem to
But you
like me
want the
because
full immersion going.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I wanted like, yeah, because that feeling that on the phone in my hand, I was like, that's one of the parts that's really missing to help really connect fans with the people that they love.
It's the future. I love that. Oh, we
Yeah.
got to talk about that again next time
Okay.
because I've done some VR stuff in the on the other side of the house too. So it's really cool. And I love people that are into, because to me, it's the future. So
yeah, it's the of course.
yeah.
Listen. Meta has not invested the last 9 years buying the companies and the materials that those companies need for their products for nothing. Like, come on.
I'm with you. I agree. Well, Melanie, it is a pleasure. I'm sorry this was a rush, crazy, quick episode. Again, I can't wait to talk to you again and to just like really dig in. But salute to you on the scenes with Scoreland, with Adult Time, MILF Overload, and we're gonna check you out on OnlyFans and loyal fans. I'm gonna have the links in the description below. And for the people in Amsterdam, she's coming to XBiz Amsterdam,
Yeah.
September 2nd to the 5th. You're coming to Exotica here in DC. I'm gonna meet you in person. We're gonna vibe.
I'm doing Europe the whole month of September, so all of Europe can see me for the whole month of September.
Let's go.
I'm doing Venus in Berlin too, so
I'm jelly. I want
you
to.
should
I
be.
want to travel right now too. It's been crazy. But Melanie, an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for taking my virginity. This first episode of the relaunched After Dark Nerds.
Oh,
Rule the
you're
World.
so welcome. It was my pleasure. I love virgins.
I appreciate you, everybody. That is the amazing Melony Melons. I am Tito P, aka Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. This is After Dark Nerds. Like, share, subscribe. All the links below, as well as support Melanie. All her links are there below. Much love, Melanie. I'm Kuya P. Tito P. Nerds rule the world.
Bye.
All right, there's a.
Nerds After Dark.
It's just a great time to hang out, meet people. I mean, I've had sex with everybody here already, so it's kind of like
Not me.
Yeah, Nerds After Dark, coming soon.com. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not getting him beat up or me. Not doing it.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
No. But
Boom. I'm gonna pin myself real quick, so it's just me on the screen. I'm gonna do a quick intro, Melanie. After I'm done with the intro, you'll then be on the screen, and then we're gonna wrap until 4 o'clock, a little bit, and talk about what you got going on, and just everything, a little bit about your career, and just all of that in regards to how it fits into like my outlet, which you'll learn more about in just a second. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's rock and roll. Recording. All right. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.